What up, though, my bro? It's your boy Tone Till, and I'm in my new digs. It's small, but it's okay. You know what I mean? It's a place to dwell. I had to get a twin instead of having that big old bed that I got. I got to keep that in storage. But shoot, this doggone little twin with the memory foam. This thing cost me $430. Like, dang. Uh, yeah, robocall. I've been calling me all day. Hello? Robocall. Hello? Been calling me all day trying to get me trying to scam me. Guys are amazing. Anyway, so yeah, I landed. I got a nice little joint. I got I got a lot of stuff. What's going on, Hardaway? Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that still needs cleaned up. I haven't even been here for a week. So I still got boxes to. I decided not to unpack everything because I just don't need everything. And yeah, so uh, just to give you all the numbers of what I pay to live here, I pay $9.25 to live here, and I don't pay any utilities. So it's just $9.25. And here's what I get: I get free water, electric, gas, or heat, however you want to look at that. I get free cable and free internet access. So, yeah. I don't have a TV, but if I want to get a TV, this is all through Spectrum too. So the way uh, they do the internet is basically, I think everybody in here in this apartment complex has free internet and free cable, light, gas, and all that stuff. Now you back like you never left, right? But yeah, it's a lot smaller. It's basically a small bedroom and a living room, and then there's another room that's attached, but it's unfinished. It has some stuff in there they need to get rid of. They told me it'll be like a week or two before they get rid of that stuff, and then they have to insulate it and put up walls. And they said you could work out of there. So that's what I'm really waiting on. I'm waiting on them to finish that before I start bringing all my appliances down here. And so I'm gonna give them, a month or whatever. Yeah. Hello, Alicia. I think that's Alicia. I think. But yeah. So I don't even know what the eyeballs mean. How many bedrooms? One bedroom. It's a very small little joint, man. It's a small joint. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's got some drawbacks. Like the laundry room is like right there. So I have to pay to use the laundry now. And when the washing machines are in spin cycle, it knocks real loud, like bam, bam, like it sounds like it's coming through the dang on wall. So there's that. But like I said, I don't pay any utilities whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? No light, no electric, gas, water, cable, or internet. I don't have any of those bills. So that's all done with. And I pay $9.25 to live here. So yeah, you gotta take the good with the bad. You don't want to come down south. Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. I almost did. I'm gonna tell you something. I was happy in that Airbnb. Almost did. Almost came down south. Almost, but I was trying to figure out how I would do it, and it was looking like it was gonna cost me a fair penny. Not to mention this is the winter, so I don't have really any connects. You know what I'm saying? I would need like a place to lay my head that wouldn't cost me money if I was gonna come down, to Texas or something. So I really thought about it. I said, nah. Where we at now? Shoot, I'm still in Ohio. I'm about 10 miles away from the city. Yeah, little joint, about 10 miles outside of the city. It's a little country here. Wi-Fi ain't the best, but it is what it is. Um, but a car camp, a car camp. What do you mean, like sleep in the car? I did that for one night. Slept in my truck. My back was killing me. Then I slept in a lady's on the floor in this lady's basement. I helped her clean out all her stuff in the basement, got it all thrown out, and she was like, "Yeah, you can be down here." But her daughter, her bed was also in the basement, but it was on the other side. Her daughter's grown. Daughter's like 20, I don't know, 23 or something. But the daughter was uncomfortable with me being down there. So, and I knew it. And I told the daughter, I said, look, if you're uncomfortable with me being here, I can go upstairs while you're down here, it's whatever. But she's like, nah, I slept on the couch because, my friend was over and blah, blah, blah. And I already knew that was the beginning of the end. And when I was out, doing an errand, old girl called me. She was like, yeah, my husband said you can't stay here. But I knew it was because of the daughter. And I can't really blame her. That's her spot. Her daughter was uncomfortable. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But after that, I spent the night in my truck. And then after that, I ended up finding an Airbnb. And I was paying $40 a night. Well, $40 for the first week. And then I re-upped. So then it was like $37. So it got cheaper as I went. Bump all that. So what's next now? Yeah, and there's some Airbnbs that goes for $20. I mean, you look around, you can find yourself a good deal. And I really liked the one I was at because where it was located. Plus, it had locked doors, so you just couldn't get into somebody's door. You had to use a key code. It was a nice spot. The people were nice. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good place to chill. Yeah, it was a room. You get the run of the house, but basically most people just stay in their room in the Airbnb. So, but I was real happy about that because somebody was like, just get an Airbnb. And I just happened to have enough money to get me through with Airbnb. Plus, I didn't stop hustling. I kept hustling. So, I ended up making some money, from them because, I haul away appliances and stuff. So I made a good, couple dollars with them and whatnot. So yeah, but living on the outskirts of the city, it's kind of like I still can do business in the city, but now I have to go into the city to do it. Sometimes I'd just be driving by and find junk, or people would see me and they'd be like, "Hey, I need this done," and I would get a customer that way. But now what I'm thinking is I'm gonna drive around. This is pretty rural around here, and I'm just gonna see what's up around here. I think I can do the same thing, but not as much as living in a city. Is it safe? So far, do I DoorDash? As in, do I work for DoorDash? No. Have I ever DoorDashed as far as got food? No. Yeah. Does DoorDash come out here? I'm pretty sure they do. You know, it's 10 miles away from the big city, so I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna DoorDash. I mean, but Like I said, it's 10 miles, so you're gonna have to tip good. Cause yeah, that part. Uh yeah, everything is a lot more spread out. Do I think it's safe? So far, I haven't really seen anything that made me go, it's gonna be a bad deal. But there's sketchy people everywhere. You can live in the suburbs and your neighbor will rob you. So yeah, I haven't seen anything sketchy so far. But sometimes I'll go outside and I'll just sit in my car at night and I'll see the people walking by. They don't even know I'm there. But yeah, so that's it. It's a pretty chill spot, no utilities. You know, I mean, what could I say? Is this is a situation that I'm in. How's the landlord? So the landlord owns all this property. He owns a bunch of stuff, right? Plus a bunch of other stuff like landlords do. This guy just went crazy and just bought a whole bunch of stuff. How are the people? Well, mostly the people are white. Most of them are poor, and it's a poor white neighborhood is what it is. That's what it is. And a lot of them are older like me, so they're in their 50s. Yeah, this place was recommended to me by a social worker who deals with a lot of displaced people, but they deal with a lot of people who are on disability. So that's how I got here, because she was like, call this apartment complex or this apartment company, and they're going to tell you all of what they have. And once they hear that you're on SSI, they're going to be more acclimated to get you in the door. And so that's how I got here. But yeah, like I said, all the people are on SSI. So this is not like a budding, thriving neighborhood or anything like that. It's just a bunch of us that are just, on SSI. There are some young people, but not too young. Not too young. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this place to anybody if they were like in their 30s or something and was looking to stay in a budding neighborhood. I wouldn't recommend this place. However, I would recommend this place if, like, you were my age, you're on SSI, and you were looking for a small 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, or efficiency, and you wanted to pretty much get away from the city. Like, this is great for getting away from the city. I mean, you still hear a bunch of noise as far as trucks are concerned, but as far as getting away from the city, this is away from the city. And if you keep going further south, it'll be radio silence. All you'll hear is crickets. All you will hear is crickets. If you keep going down the street, you're not gonna see any apartment buildings, nothing like that. It gets quiet quick. Now go get me a queen, man, and celebrate it. Nah, I'm not gonna do that, because this place is really, really small. It's real small. And when you're talking about adding a woman into the mix, half my stuff would have to go. Because, women accumulate, they have a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes, and a lot more than what I got. So I would have to, get a bigger spot if I was going to have a woman living here. I just couldn't do it. But like I said, it's this room. There's my bathroom. There's a living room behind me, and then there's that extra room that they added on, and I can make that I can bring my refrigerators down here and store it in there, or I can actually make that a living quarters because they're gonna insulate it. I can. It's got a couple windows. It's got another door to get in there, and I'm the only one that has a key for that. So that is my other space. I'm just gonna wait to see what they're gonna do with it. So it's not as not that tight, but with that extra room. But it's nothing like a townhouse or a 2 bedroom or nothing like that. Those days are over for now. The plan is actually to get certified in appliances because the one of the reasons why I came here is because they need somebody to help fix their stuff. Uh, and they have them big old industrial washers and dryers. You know what I mean? The big boys. So the way they have the system hooked up is you have to go on an app. You pay on the app. You got to download the app, pay on the app, and then go in and put your clothes in. And it costs like $4 to wash and 75 cents to dry per half hour or whatever. So they got that going on, but they're like, we got other people who got washers and dryers and refrigerators and all that, and it all needs fixed. So I was like, I can help fix some of that stuff. I still need to get certified. But nonetheless, they were like, yeah, you do that, we'll help take money off your rent. And they said, we've done this with other people before. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So I'm glad that it's all up to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. You know what I mean? So with the like button, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. I appreciate it. What about your studio equipment? Do you have? Yeah, so I have 2 speakers right here. I haven't hooked them up yet. I got my keyboard is in the other room with the stand. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, because I need to get, like I said, it's tight, man. I need to get in and out of this closet right here. So yeah, I got to figure that all out. I might put the keyboard right here. I don't know. I'm gonna do something, but yeah, I'll still make music every now and then. Um, but it's I need to get into this place before I even think about doing more of that, especially now that my money is shifted. You know what I mean? When you live in the city, you can just drive around and make money because you know you're gonna. I mean, when you drive around these neighborhoods, they're all fixing stuff. So you just drive by, and next thing you know, there's $50 right there. You load it up, take it to the junkyard, boom, $50 in your pocket. You know what I mean? You do that a couple times a day, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Out here, not so much. Not so much. You're not gonna find that money like that out here. So I'm hoping that they put me to work on the basic washers and dryers, and I get better at it. No sound. You can't hear me? Why can't you hear me? No sound. Mason. Well, it's my. Can you hear me now? No? Yes, just my internal speakers. Yeah, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Show the volume. Oh, that sucks. No sound. No sound. I gotta hook up my microphone. Still no sound. No sound. Damn. You guys can't hear me? This sucks. You guys can't hear me, huh? No sound. Hold on a second. Hold on. I can't hear you. Oh, you can hear me fine? Oh, one dude was saying that he couldn't hear me. There's no sound. Oh, that's on your part. That's you, not me. Because other people can hear me. So okay, cool. You can hear me fine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with his, but if you can hear me fine, that's cool. Yeah, 'cause I only have one speaker set up. These are my internal speakers that are set up. So yeah, but yeah, so that's what's going on. I finally got a place. I plan on living here for about a year, and I'm just gonna save up. I gotta fix my trucks. You know, I gotta spend some money on my trucks because they've been good to me, and I really need to put like $2,000-3,000 into just my equipment. No sound. That's you, man. Let me type this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear this? Can you hear this music? Can you hear this? Coming out of my can you guys hear this music? You should be able to hear this. I have to go back out and come back in. Can you hear me now? I don't know why I did that. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. Uh, so, like I said, you're looking to get away from the city, a little quieter. You know, this is a cool spot. There's a major company across the street. Amazon is not far from here, so that's a thing. I'm sure if I go online and apply, I'm sure they have positions open simply because of proximity. And I mean, it's a huge warehouse. So Amazon's down the street. And oh, if you go about maybe 6, 7 miles, what would that be? West of here, maybe a little more, you'll hit Stringtown Road. Stringtown Road is it goes right through the city, the little small city. And you can see like all kind of developments. And, you know, if you're looking to get, go to Raising Cane's or something like that, you go down there, it has all your food chains, and that's your Walmarts, your Targets, all that kind of good stuff. So that's a good place to go and, hang out and, do your thing down there if you're going to do some shopping. So you'll end up laying one of those little. If I work at Amazon, listen, my sister works at Amazon. If I go to Amazon, I'm looking to be. I would like to be like a safety guy. You know what I mean? Like, and plus, I still would rather just work part time. I ain't laying nobody out, man, because I ain't trying to go back behind bars. Yeah, not really. I can't. But the thing about it is, the jobs I talk about, these jobs are particular for, being pretty much in solitude. So a safety guy or, female, a safety person at these companies, they usually just walk around. They walk around and pretty much tell people, hey, this, that. Yeah, it's corporate, but it's not sitting in an office and talking to people all day. But yeah, they get up, they walk around. That's what they have to do. And they pretty much tell people, hey, whatever safety that OSHA has issued out, they have to inform people of that. You got call meetings and stuff like that. So that stuff I can do because I'm pretty much left alone. And, I'll have a manager or whatever, but, I don't really care about that too much. But like I said, I wouldn't mind doing that part time because I really like the fact that I would be by myself and, just with a little clipboard and I'd be helping people out, which is something I like to do too. So just let them know, hey, this is what this is, that, and the third, and, keep it moving. That's pretty much what safety people do. And then, of course, you got to do reports and, all that other kind of stuff. So I wouldn't mind being a safety person. If I was going to apply at Amazon, that's what I would go for. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Yes, it's corporate, but it's not suit and tie corporate. I think suit and tie corporate is not really for me anymore. Not unless I'm in another state. But then again, still that's kind of, I don't know if I want to be suit and tie. I just don't know. Yeah. I think I would only suit and tie it if I'm in a position where I'm coming in and going out, like pretty much all the time. I don't want to be stationary because that's when all the BS starts. And I don't really want to be in on the BS. I just want to come into the establishment, do whatever, and get out. You know what I mean? I don't want to stick around because that's when people get to acting racist. That's when the guys want to act like they want to fight. And that's when I just, I'm too old. I've had enough, I'm almost 56, I'm not interested in fighting with you young bucks and, because you're intimidated by the way I look or whatever, you think you can take me. Go take somebody else. I'm just not it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the energy, I don't have the speed, and I'll tell you another thing, I don't have the ability to recover as fast as they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing when you get up in age, you're not, listen, you get hurt, you're going to be hurt for a lot longer than that 20-something-year-old is. So even if you think you can whoop them, it's just like, dude, I don't want to waste the energy, the life energy, whooping your ass. I'd rather, go somewhere and sit down and eat some corn chips, bro. You're just not that important to me. So I have a very apathetic attitude towards people trying to fight with me. I just look at them like, what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? What are we gonna do? We're gonna fight. You're gonna call the police on me. I'm gonna go to jail. No, I don't want to fight. Goodbye. That's that. But yeah. So, but it's a pretty chill spot. It's a spot where I know I can make some money. Yeah, man, I haven't been following the NBA in a long time, bro. I haven't talked about the NBA because I haven't been following it, and I just been caught up in my own mix. So you keep me informed, bro. Yeah, you let me know what's going on with the NBA because other than Damian Lillard, man, and the old dude who's Butler. Oh my God, Butler, that dude, man, from Miami Heat. That dude changing up his hairstyle, looking crazy, man. I'm like, see, y'all can have that, man. That stuff is weird. That is weirdo, neardo to me, man. Like now you're walking around looking like that. Like, why? Listen, I didn't even like when Dennis Rodman was running around in a damn dress. It was weird, man. It turned me completely off. I didn't want to see that stuff. The Rangers going to the Texas Rangers. Good for them. I don't know when the last time they went to the World Series. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched baseball. But yeah, good for them, man. I think the last time I even thought about baseball is when the Astros won the Super Bowl after they hired that really good pitcher. And they only hired him for the end of the season because they knew they were going to go, not the Super Bowl, but the whatever it is. Listen to me, Super. You know what I mean? But yeah, they hired that pitcher to take them to the championships. And that's exactly what they did. I think they beat New York. So, yeah. I have not been paying attention to sports, man. And I usually, am deep in the track and field. I haven't even been watching that. I've just been tired from working and trying to get this in. You know what I'm saying? I even had a guy hit me up. He wants me to make a beat for him. He pays me to make beats for him. So that's what I was doing with this. So I got to get back to that because this guy had contacted me about 6 months ago, and he was like, "Yo, I heard to put it in the pot beat. I need you to make me a beat." And he paid me $100, and then he hit me up right when they gave me that 3-day notice. He hit me up the next day and was like, "I need another beat from you, man." I was like, damn, I said, I can't even make it right now. He's like, don't even worry about it. When you get, going, hit me up. So I got to start working on that so I can get that $100, man, and keep that going. That's a new name, Victor. I don't know what that says. I'm struggling. My eyes are struggling. 74 and plays like a guard. Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched that stuff in a while, but so yeah, man, that's what's been going on with me. I finally got both my trucks outside. I changed the brakes on my truck, but now I have to change the damn. I have to take that. I have to take the calipers off on both sides and replace them. And the calipers are $75 each if you hand in the core. If you don't hand in the core, they're like, if you don't hand in the core, they're like $250 each. So eventually I got to get to that because my car is doing this down the road. You know what I mean? So I got to get to the business on that and replace both those calipers. The problem, and I would have had done it, but the problem is I don't have anybody to help me bleed the brakes. So I've been looking at YouTube videos of people bleeding their own brakes, but I don't want to take that risk. I need them damn things to stop. You know what I mean? You just subscribe, not sure what the channel's about, but you came up on my screen. Keep it real. What's up? Well, the channel's about keeping it real. So let me give you a quick synopsis of basically what I talk about. I talk about sports sometimes. That's why people are reminding me of what's going on in sports. So I do talk about sports. I used to do a whole segment called The NFL is Fixed. When I was doing the sports thing some years ago. But I just talk about a lot of life issues. There's a couple women, but most people on this channel are men. So we cover a lot of topics that, are not men specific, but most of the opinions I get are from men. Every now and then a woman will come on and, chill and kick it with us. We love it. But most of the time it's men that will chime in. And we talk about a lot of things, the rent's going up, what the government's doing, and pretty much how to protect yourself, getting yourself, just things to help you sustain if your electric goes off, just stuff like that. We talk about a lot of real issues like that, get a generator, you know what I'm saying? Learn some very basic skills. Because there's a lot of young men on this channel, and I'm an old dude. I'm almost 56. So there's a lot of young men who need some direction. And I tell them, listen, if I've been through it, this is what happened to me. You can glean for that what you think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's pretty much what we talk about, man. We pretty much keep it real. Cool. Seems like a good channel. We'll keep checking in. Well, we appreciate you. I had a townhouse I got kicked out of, and so now I'm in a 1-bedroom. So that's pretty much what this whole thing is about. Also, I do music, and I fix appliances. So there's a lot of appliance stuff that'll just pop up, in the short videos and showing me fixing an appliance or fixing on my car. Like I said, a lot of guy stuff, you know what I mean? Just me just doing stuff around here, and how life comes at you. And a lot of times, a lot of the guys want my advice because I'm an older dude, you know what I'm saying? So they want to know what to do in specific, situations. And a lot of times that has to do with some woman. And I just tell them what I've been through. If the scenario sounds the same, I say what I done, what faults I had, what I wish I wouldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? Some woman you get involved with you shouldn't have, so I go through a lot of that with the fellas too. We got guys on here who are, going through some relationship problems, as we do. And it's like, should I stay or should I go? You know what I mean? So we have whole conversations about that. You got yourself a good woman, stay. If she good, stay. If she hard-headed, go. I mean, it's brass tacks on that one. If she's costing you money, leave her. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. If she's costing you money, leave her. If she's costing you headache, if she's costing you sleep, if she's all in your business, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. If she's on social media, and, what I'm saying, one of these chicks that is pretty much using you and doing stuff to you, and ha ha ha, it's funny. Y'all, listen, I can't stress to you brothers enough, and women too. Life is short. It is, listen, you may be 20 something now, but tomorrow you're going to wake up, you're going to be 35. And you're going to be in pain. You're going to be 35, your back is going to be hurting. And it's just going to go downhill from there. Things are just going to pile up on you. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse until you come to a complete standstill. It's not going to get easy. Life is not going to get easier. It's not. I'm warning you. If you have someone in your life and that someone is causing you stress, causing you pain, it is, and they're a detriment, get rid of that person. Get rid of them. Now, if you're married, that's a whole nother subject, and you're going to have to take that up with the Lord. But if she's just a girlfriend or he's just a boyfriend trying to tell you drop him because life is short, and anything can happen like what's been happening with me. I mean, I just had to go through the whole court system. You know what I'm saying? Just had to do the whole court thing. And I got my case thrown out. Because old boy didn't have enough. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have enough to prove that what he said was true. And now I'm faced with civil court. And my lawyer's like, listen, your case was thrown out. I was like, you know, can I get them for falsifying, you know, whatever? He's like, nah. He's like, but what you can do is you can take them to civil court and sue them. So now, you know, I'm looking at that. He says, I don't know if it'd be worth it because they don't, you know, they probably don't have any money. But listen, if I can take them to the civil court, see, what I'm going to do is call the college again, the College of Law. And what they do is they take your case for free. So I'm going to call down there and use the same system I did just to get off, you know, get out of that case. I'm going to call them and say, hey, this just happened. You know, I want to know, can I take these people to civil court and sue them? And if they say, yes, you can, and, you know, I'll take your case because they're already familiar with my case because that's who handled my criminal case, you know, it should be a win-win, you know, and I'm not expecting any money. I just want to put pressure on them. So there's that. I also just got my, when you leave an apartment, you know, if you don't keep it clean or whatever, or just when you leave, period, you're trying to get your money back, your deposit, you know, they use that money to say, hey, you damaged this, you did that, and the third. So I just got that ledger back, and they say, hey, you owe us $1,500. And I was like, what? And one of the reasons was, listen what these idiots did. They said, well, you were there for 3 days after, you know, you paid. Well, you were there for 3 days of the month, right? So I was there for the first week. So on the first is when I had paid them, and then I disputed because on the second, I went to the bank and I filed a dispute because they were like, you got 3 days to get out. So boom, I was like, okay. So for that week, from the first until like the 4th or whatever, they charged me $175 for being there, and then turned around and said, you also owe us for the last month's rent. I was like, how in the hell? It's like $826. I was like, wait, what? How does that sound? You fine me for being there for 3 days, and then you tell me I'm gonna fine you again. Oh, God damn it. Then you tell me I'm gonna fine you again because, well, I don't know. Like, why? I'm like, I don't even live there. They charged me a whole $825 and I don't live there. So I called them and was like, how are you guys charging me? And they was like, you need to send in an email and dispute this. I'm like, you're damn right I'm gonna dispute this. $825, plus a bunch of other stuff. They said, oh, the bathroom was dirty or the toilet or whatever. And it wasn't. They said the refrigerator was heavily soiled. I'm like, I took everything out. I didn't scrub it, but I took everything out. They're like, the stove was soiled. I'm just like, it's regular wear and tear. Like, the stove wasn't crazy looking. Oh, the kitchen was soiled. I was like, wait, what? I said, nah, because then when I left, I took pictures of everything. I went to every room and I took pictures because I knew something like this was going to happen. I was like, nah, y'all not going to get me on this. So I wrote them back and I showed them all the pictures that I have. Like, nah, y'all not getting me on that. There's a couple things y'all could get me on, but y'all not getting me like that. Plus, they were like, and they minused it from my $250 deposit. I'm like, nah, y'all crazy as hell. I'm not about to pay y'all $1,500 and y'all just added on rent. I don't even live there no more. Then you added on the 3 days that I was there. Look, I could see the 3 days that I was there. I could see that, but you told me to get out. Like, I could have fought the eviction, but I don't like to be somewhere I don't want to, people don't want me. But you told me to get out. Then you're gonna fine me? Nah, B. So I sent that to my lawyer, and my lawyer said, I'm gonna see what we can do about it. And yeah, I also been trying to get in touch with the House of Representatives because what I want to do is, what I'm probably gonna do is I might end up going to see my congressman. As soon as I get in touch with somebody from the House that controls my district, I'm gonna see what they gotta say, and they're gonna probably attach me to some legal branch. And I'm just gonna go through the numbers because these people are real pieces of scum. They also trespassed me. So in the last day I had to meet, I had to go before the judge. The judge said, you understand you've been criminally trespassed. If you go back to their property, well, come to find out, they got properties all over the city. So I'm like, I'm an appliance guy. Like, I can't go into none of these properties. So I'm like, wait a minute, am I trespassed from where I used to live? Am I trespassed from all of their properties? So I don't even know. So I don't even know. I need to find that out. And my lawyers, they don't know either. My one lawyer was like, well, they didn't hand you anything. So there's that. I don't have an email stating, any stipulations. Just, so I don't know. I'm not going back to where I used to live, but, hell, I'm still going to do my thing in the city. So there's that. What about the military? What about them? What about the military? I called the Veterans Administration, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I called them and they said, listen, they pretty much, help people who need help. As a vet, yeah, so let's just say that I was out on my ass and I needed first month's rent. They would pay first month's rent at a place. So they would have paid first month's rent here, but you have to, they look at your account, they look at how much you make, how much you're going to get. Can I still utilize that? Probably. But the thing about them is you don't want to use them if you don't have to. they're a really, really good safety net. And I'm already in the spot. You know what I mean? I came in here a couple days ago, so I paid this month's rent, prorate, and my deposit. Now, at the beginning of next month, I have to pay rent again. So, do I have all that? Yes. What I did was all the hustling I've been doing and selling stuff and deliveries and stuff like that, I've been holding on to all that money. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's $25. I've been holding on to it because I knew I was going to have to buy a couple things. And I knew that this rent was going to hit me like this. So the most expensive thing I bought was this twin right here for $430. You know what I mean? But it's a good mattress. I need to sleep. So I'm getting my money's back on that one. Yeah, so I knew it was gonna come down, so I was really watching my bank account and saying, am I gonna be good? So yeah, I'm good because I've been saving my pennies. I just ain't been out there frivolously throwing money around and nothing like that. I've just been holding on to it for all the things that I need, and it's been working out for me. So yeah, they wanted almost $1,300 for me to move in. That would be the prorated rent until the end of the month, and then the deposit. So I paid that, boom, just like that, and I got my situation coming in on the 3rd. So I think I'm pretty much good. You know what I mean? I think I'm pretty much good on that. And like I said, I'm still hustling. So, I hold on to my pennies. I suggest y'all do the same because you don't know what's going to happen. So, especially if you guys think something's about to go down, save your pennies. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of you guys are young. You're into fashion. You're into women. You know what I'm saying? You guys got a lot going on. You're trying to impress so-and-so. I'm going to tell you right now, save your pennies. Save them. Okay, so in my situation, so I just paid $1,300, right, to get in here. I have to pay another $925 on the 1st. So when you start adding that up, and then I have my car insurance, I have my phone bill, I have, a couple other things that are coming out of my pocket. I got my storage unit. You know what I'm saying? So you guys save your pennies because you never know when this is going to happen. I talked about this before. If you guys got, $2,500, $3,000 in the bank, hold on to it. Don't spend that money. Don't look and be, I got $3,000. Do not spend that money because anything can happen. And I'm telling you now, that $3,000 is a really, 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 really good safety net. A real good safety net. If you got it, keep it, forget about it. If you got it, I'm warning you, because if you lose your spot out here, like, these people they're not nice, okay? They're all about money. Nobody cares about your sob story. It is all about how much money do you got? Do you have it or not? That's it. Nobody cares. I mean, that place kicked me out. I was living it for 12 years. They act like I'm just a hardcore criminal. Nobody cares. It's, can we get the money or can we not? If it's not, click. We don't want to talk to you. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Nobody cares about your story. They don't care about, your situation. They only care about one thing. Can you pay us? And if you can't, they're going to hang up on you and move right along. Just warning you guys. I'm warning you what's out here. I'm just trying to tell you now. So some of you may think you're cute or something and come out here and nobody cares. You are on your own, especially if you're a man, especially if you're a single man. I'm trying to tell you now, if you're a single dude, it's going to get hard for you if you come out here. So, and if you don't own your spot, if you're renting, what happened to me could happen to you at any given Sunday. It can happen right now because you're not the landlord. You're just borrowing that space. That's not your space. And when they want to get rid of you and slide somebody else in who's going to pay $1,200 a month for the same spot, guess what they're going to do? They're going to get rid of you, especially if you're month to month. That's another thing. You guys are month to month. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? You might want to re-up on that contract because as soon as that landlord sees that you're month to month, they're going to either raise the rent on you because you don't have a price locked in. You're month to month. They're going to raise the rent on you or they're going to get rid of you and then raise the rent on the space that you have. And I mean, it'll be quick. They'll have guys come in and redo everything, and then they'll charge somebody $1,200 for a spot that was $850. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. If you're not on contract, your rent's going to go up. And some of you are like, oh, I'm month to month. Because I've been living here for over a year, 2 years. Me and the landlord, we're good. You're not good. That landlord is not your friend. That landlord will have you escorted off their property in a heartbeat. Right now. Listen, they showed up at court. The property owners showed up at court and they said, we don't want him back here. I was doing a lot for that property. They were like, we do not want him back here. I was like, wow. Now, my lawyer did tell me something. I regret I didn't do it. They said, listen, if you want to fight, the trespass, you can. Just come back next week and we'll go to trial and fight it. And I was like, let's just get it over with. I'm not going back there anyway. I should have went back next week. I shouldn't have let them trespass me from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. They give me a criminal trespassing if I'm on their property. But they own a lot of property, so I don't know the stipulations behind it. I'm just not going back to my old spot. But yeah, I'm telling you guys now, you guys who've been living in the same place for a long time, you better check your contract. And another thing about your contract, most of us don't read the lease. I bet you didn't read all your lease. I bet you just signed it because you needed to get into that spot. Well, I got kicked out on the technicality that if you have an open case pending against you, you have to leave the property. I did not read that. I didn't see that in the lease. That's why my lawyers were telling me to fight it. But I was like, I'm not going to fight that. I'm just going to leave. Because if it is in there somewhere, now I have to fight an eviction. And I'm telling you something, if you guys ever get a 3-day or a 4-day notice or something like that, and you think you want to fight that eviction without a lawyer, Don't do it. Call up the homies and homettes and tell them, listen, I got to be out of here in 3 days. I got to turn my key in on whatever morning before they open up. Now, I did it myself. Nobody helped me move. I moved out all those appliances that you guys see in my videos. I did that all myself. Washer and 5 dryers that were all in the basement, I did that. I cleared out everything. 2 refrigerators in, upstairs. I took the one, the other one belonged to them. Plus, there was another refrigerator in my living room. I got that out of there. My dressers, boom, I got those down the stairs by myself. My couch, moved that out by myself. My love seat, out by myself. I did the whole thing. I'm exhausted. I did that all by myself. Don't do what I did. If you got homies and homettes, boom. Come over, be gone in a day. Find somewhere to go. Do not fight the eviction unless you're sure you're going to win. But you have to understand that you're going to pay an ass load of money if you go and fight that eviction for one, and fight that eviction and lose. Now you have an eviction. Now you owe them $300 more because they filed an eviction against you. Plus you owe all the late fees if you didn't pay your rent. Now, if you paid your rent, they're going to try to keep it, right? You can dispute that with the bank. But if you paid the rent and you won, okay, well, I paid the rent, so you can't say I owe you late fees. Yeah, but we filed an eviction against you, which means you owe us for going to court. You see how dirty it is? They're going to be like, you still owe us this $350 because we went to court. We filed an eviction against you, even if they lose. But if you lose, now they got the rent money that you just paid. Yeah, tapping in. What's going on, big homie? Memphis. Yeah, Trey Bay, I was just talking about you, man. Talking about getting that music in for you. I finally landed. Give me a couple days to get my, studio up and running, man, and I'll get right back to you on that music. Appreciate you, big dog. But yes, so I'm just telling you guys, especially if you're a single man, there is no sympathy out here for single men. There's none. And when you talk about, hey, call the VA and stuff, listen, the VA, okay, so when I start calling people and saying, hey, this is what I'm going through, I called the VA. The VA was like, well, we don't have like a homeless shelter. We don't have like an emergency place to put veterans. You would think that they do, but they don't. Only thing that the VA will do is help you get into another spot. But you actually have to go online, fill out this information online, and then they make up their decision. And you have also what you have to do just to get them to look at you. You have to, whatever place that you're going to, they have to give you a I-9, or it's not an I-9, it's something 9, it's a form, and then they have to give you the lease with an intent to rent. And once the VA sees the intent to rent, plus this W-9 or whatever it is, boom, then they can make up their mind, and sometimes they might say no. But they also need to see your bank account. So you can't have $10,000 in there and say, hey, I need you to. No, they're going to be like, no. They're not going to do it. But if you don't have a lot of money and these people ask for a grip, first month's rent deposit, what the VA is going to do is they're going to pay the first month's rent. You still have to come up with the deposit. So just know this. The VA will help you, but there are some limits to it. Man, you're coming to Memphis, my family running down here, and man, Memphis is wild, bro. I've been to Memphis a couple times. Y'all wild down there. But I will come and visit. I will come and visit again. So I'm just letting you guys know, for the single dude, you ain't got no children. They listen, these people out here, they care about the women and the children. But as far as the men, nah. No, you're gonna get a lot of cold shoulders. You get a lot of people that don't want to be around you. You're gonna get a whole bunch of rejections. Yeah. You're gonna get a whole bunch of rejections. You what is 600 per month, utilities included. Oh, well, that's not bad. Controlled access building. Well, see, you're in a situation kind of where I'm not. I'm not in the controlled access building, but I pay 925, and all the utilities and the cable and the internet is included. So I'm gonna really take advantage of this before I get back out there and get a larger spot. But yeah, I just want you guys to know that this world is very, very cold towards single men. It's a very cold, cold, cold atmosphere. There's just not a lot of love. There's not a lot of sympathy for you. Even as an older man, there's still not a lot of sympathy for you. Just not a lot of, oh, you fell down a shaft or something. It's not a lot of sympathy for you, homie. I feel you. Fam, and you're dropping some time. Yeah, I'm letting you guys know because, listen, I understand that most of the people who watch this channel are men. And this is men of any nationality, because there's a lot of different nationalities that follow this channel. I'm just warning you guys of what I just went through. I don't have no felonies. They were treating me like I had a felon. And what I found out is, man, I appreciate it. I'm trying to, bro. I gotta lose some more of this weight. 270. But what I found is there are a lot of men. Here's what they're doing. Because men are, looked at as trolls and all this other stuff. What the men are doing is they're renting these rooms. So it's not Airbnb, because Airbnb is not permanent. I think Airbnb has like a 3-month or 2-month limit on it, and then they're like, you got to go. Well, there are, like, I ran into, looking on Facebook, looking for spots to go to, and I ran into these people who are renting these rooms, right? And the guy's like, yeah, I own 5 houses and blah, blah, blah. And he took me to one, and there's nothing but men in there. They all rent a room. And he's like, this room right here is $600. This room right here is $625. This is a bigger room. I was like, $625 for a room? Bro, you just said you're in an apartment for $600. This dude said $625 for a room. And then when he was showing me just the place itself, I mean, he had a hole up, up here. That's what I'm saying, Trey Bay. It is crazy out here. But this is where a lot of these men, that's what they're doing. They're like, we're just gonna go rent a room. We're gonna put all our stuff in storage, and we're just gonna drive trucks until till the cows come home. And that's what these dudes are doing. They're living very solitary lives, staying away from females. And I'm gonna tell you something, you could do a whole expose on this phenomenon, because a lot of people are like, well, where are all the men going? Well, I found them. They are hiding. They're in these little cubbyhole rooms. These rooms, man, they're small as heck. They're paying $500-$600 for these rooms. They're sharing refrigerators. They're sharing refrigerators, bro. They're sharing the toilets and bathrooms, bro. And they are like, they're content. They're content. Give them a parking space. They're sitting up there eating, whatever, leftover spaghetti. They're happy. But when dude was explaining the situation and why he wanted me to move in and why that part was vacant and those 2 rooms, he said because there were 5 guys that lived there, each in different rooms, and they were stealing from each other. When he said that, that canceled Christmas. That was it. That was it for me. I'm like, I'm not doing it. But anyways, I wanted to come at you guys. Yeah, but we're about to get some land, fam. Some land? You know what, man? I've been looking at this one channel, this female. Her and her dude moved off the grid, right? Yeah. So they moved off the grid, and they're way off the grid. They got some land. They're doing some farming. They have a double wide trailer, and then they landed the trailer and then built onto the trailer and built a whole system. And then they're going to build their house on that land. And I mean, they own all this land. I'm telling you, land's not a bad idea. Because I was thinking about that too. So I look at a lot of these videos with people who have like compost, people who are growing, all their fruits and vegetables. And I'm looking at this going, this is not a bad idea because rent is going up so high. But here's another thing that's going to start happening is rent is going to have to come down because rent is not keeping up with the cost of living. So somebody had asked me about that. We had a whole conversation about how the cost of living is not being kept up with. And rent is supposed to run parallel with the cost of living. But but it's not. Rent is not running parallel with the cost of living. And if that's that is the case, and since it's pretty much, an epidemic, what's going on is you have a lot of people who are being displaced. And the majority of those people are men, right? They're being displaced. And you also have a lot of females who are being displaced also. And I mean, they're being displaced like right now. They're telling these women, get out. However, you have systems that are sympathetic to women that are not sympathetic to men. Trust you and on this with me, this fan. What? Yeah. So they're sympathetic to the women, but they're not sympathetic to the men, right? So when orange is the new black, right? So what I'm saying, fellas, is be careful if you get into it with somebody, make sure you have an exit plan. But as far as the land is concerned, that is a great idea. Another thing I'm gonna say, if you have your main income and you got to hustle and say, okay, so let's say that you guys work at, you guys work at a place, like you go to work every day, right? And then when you come home, you got a side hustle. So I don't know, whatever your side hustle is. If you can, make one of your side hustles something online and make it to where you don't have to get up and do it every day. What I'm trying to tell you is if you can get a side hustle that pays you in your sleep, it's easier. It's easier to do some of these things, to move about and just get up and go and all this other stuff, you know. So if you can unhook yourself from the daily job that you gotta get up and go to, I ain't telling you to quit your job. I'm saying look more at things that are automated and look at that automatic income. To start getting into that. Because if you are able to do that, then you can detach yourself from getting up and going to work every day at 6 o'clock and then coming home dog tired. What's going to happen is if you're making the same amount of money online and you're making that money in your sleep, then you have now cut yourself free. You still need money, but now you're free from the rat race, is what I'm saying. It's a different rat race. So now you can go and the land that you're looking at, you can go out there and work that land because you're working online. You know what I'm saying? So all you need is a good Wi-Fi connection. And you're like, I don't even need to go into work every day. I can just, at home doing my thing, making money in my sleep, boom, I know my bank is good. I know my card is good. That money's gonna hit whenever it does hit. And then you go out, you grab yourself some land. Now I was looking at land and I was coming across a few snafus because I was looking at land in just different areas. Virginia, I was looking at Florida and stuff like that. What are some of the pros and cons of buying multiple family properties in a small city? Well, let me say this. That's a damn good question. And let me say, I am not a realtor. So, all I can tell you is what I've either ran into asking somebody about land. But I would say you could probably look that up. Here's what I would do. Okay, so I started looking at land, right? And when I started looking at land, I was looking at how much does an acre cost, things along, because I was looking at Delaware, Ohio, which is not far from here. It's about 40 minutes north. It's like, let me look. Well, I start running into, things that say, hey, beware of buying land because you could buy wetland and not even know it. So you could buy a piece of land and not know that a large amount of that land is actually water. But it looks like it's just regular grass and blah, blah, blah. But what you really don't know, as soon as you step in it, you're going to sink. So that, and you got to beware of land that has hills if you're going to build on it. So I was running into that type of stuff. Now, as far as a small town, like I'm living in a small town now, but it's a small town that's growing. Here's one of the problems with small towns. One of the problems with small towns, of course, it's spread out. But here's what they're doing in a lot of these small towns. They are, they're putting Amazon's right down the street. So Amazon is buying up a lot of property. Now, when I was in Newark, not too long ago, this summer, boom, Amazon is right there, Google right there. So what's happening is Amazon, Google, Facebook, a lot of these companies are buying up this rural land. And as soon as they do, what happens? They open, and then next thing you know, people are traveling from the city to wherever they are, 20-minute drive or whatever. They're like, hey, that's not that bad. Boom, they're driving there, they're working, and then they're returning to the city. But what's that going to create? It creates revenue for that particular small town. And once revenue comes in, now you have other people that are coming. That small town is no longer a small town. So be careful when it comes to looking at a small town, because if you want it to still be that little one horse town, and that's what you're aiming for, that country feel, then you really have to look at what's around that town, and how close is the nearest city. Because it listen, you could go out there, you could buy yourself 10, 20 acres. Next thing you know, there's an Amazon right down the street from you. It's going to get crowded real quick. Now, I don't know if land is cheaper in proximity to how many people live in a town. I don't know all that. That's a very interesting question. I have no idea. I don't even know what an average acre goes for, but you could look up in whatever town that you choose. That information is right on the internet. You can go, I want, as a matter of fact, let's do that. I'll read your comment in a minute. So let's do this. How much is, we'll say 10 acres of land in, let's see where I'm at. I don't know, Dakota, South Dakota. No, let's just choose where I'm at. Let's just say Delaware. Delaware, Ohio. Of course, I spelled it wrong. 10 acres of land in Delaware, Ohio. Delaware, Ohio, land sell up to 10 acres of land listed. Let's see what they got. Ad section. Delaware. 2.5 acres. That can't be right. That's crazy. Okay, so here's some prices for you. $225,000 for 2.5 acres. I can't believe that. $134,000 for 2 acres. $159,000 for 0.62 acres. $629,000 for 0.62 acres. But there's a house on that. So these people are, so there's houses here. The other one is just acres. Hyatt Road. Let's try something else. Let me do this. This is Delaware, Ohio land listings. These are just land listings now. 60,000.77 acres. 154,000, 2.59 acres. 135,000, 2.92 acres. So what I surmise from this is the acres that you're buying to build a house upon. So, I mean, if you plan on building a house upon, that just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right. Country land information. For 0.77 acres, $60,000. Well, I guess that, well, okay, so 60 times 2, well, 6 times 2 is 12. And here's 2 acres right here for 154. So, okay, I can see what they're doing now. So for every okay, so $60,000 will buy you a little over a half an acre now in Delaware. So that's how that's being calculated. $60,000, 0.6 or 0.7 acres. So you can just say 0.7 and then go, if I want to buy 5 acres, you can just do the math. You would go 5 acres, so you go 7 times 5. What's that, 35? So it's 350,000. That's what it is in Delaware County. It's a little crude math, but it'll get you within range. Okay, so 400K for a house. I'm just going to read your comments on down here versus 8 acres for 15K that's in zoned area. But you got to understand, okay, corporate with business and this profitable within 10 years worth of 500. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Credit is good. The cash is king, 100%. Tennessee land is, there's a good reason for that, why it's cheap. Better get it. This is true. Gotta come to Texas because they are beginning to just now pick up the prices everywhere. They're doing that. Thank you for the info, for the shaking my head. 3 words to them, come to Texas. Well, I'm gonna tell you something first. Let me read this. Get the land and the bank will lend you the money to get it. See what you've done. The funds that they've added you. Well, let me say this. Somebody else was talking to me about credit, and I should have bought this bet on credit because it would have been 6 months, $40, and the interest was $29 or 29%, excuse me. So they would hope to get you on the interest because $40 wasn't going to cover $430. But if you wanted to pay $70 a month, that would have covered the whole, in 6 months. So that's probably what I would have did, automatic withdrawal. Yeah, because y'all crime is that's exactly why Tennessee land is cheap. Because the crime in Memphis is ridiculous. That is exactly what. Listen, I talked to a cop in Memphis. He said, man, they just don't care out here. I ain't talking bad about your city, Trey Bay, because y'all got some good music. Y'all done cranked out some good tunes, Trey Bay. I'm just keeping it real. But when it comes to, violence, Memphis has a very high threshold for violence. Why, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to assume that it's gang violence. So, yeah. Nope. Gristle, you're thinking about well, yeah, I'm thinking about Memphis. Tennessee is bigger than Memphis. Well, I'm just thinking about Memphis. But, yeah. So, land. Yes, land is a good idea. And credit is a great idea. So I decided that I am going to go to either Kohl's or one of those, and I'm going to get me a credit card. When someone says Memphis, they never think about Tennessee first. Well, Memphis is in Tennessee, right? Memphis, Tennessee? Yeah. So, Trey Bay, while you're here, it's not this beat. I had started your beat, man. I don't know which one it is. Where's it at? Damn it. Oh, yeah, here it is. I had started your beat before I got kicked out of my place. Y'all got some fine, dark-skinned women in Memphis, though. Yeah, this is as far as I got, Trey Bay. I think think this is kind of where you were going when you were talking about what you wanted. Let me read these comments. Nashville is too, yeah. Yo, what up? What up with you? What up, Capers? Man, it's good to see you too, bro. Originally, don't matter the state affected as a whole. Tone, how are you? Capers, it's a small place, but I threw a lot of stuff away. And, I'm still unpacking. I'm still adjusting. But I tell you what, I ain't really mad about it. It's got some drawbacks, but you know what I'm saying? It's a good place to come in. Let me tell you, this feels like a starter's packet. It really does. It feels like I can come down here and save some money if things go my way. I can save some money and really get it in. Oh, here y'all go. Yeah, I ain't added nothing to it. I ain't got my keyboard or nothing to it. But I was listening to the song that you wanted me to, and I just started with this. And then I got that 3-day notice, so I had to get up out of there like, they have me running Trey. Original, but yeah, thanks, Capers. Yeah, man, you wanted that old, Patrice Rushen feel to it. When love calls, ooh, you better answer. I feel you. I know where you was going with it, Trey, babe. I know you was going with it. But yeah, I'm gonna give you something that you can slide to. Yeah. I know what you was asking for. So I got that going on, but I haven't set up my whole studio. My speakers aren't plugged in yet. My microphone. Once I get that all going on and get my mind relaxed, then I can start creating again. But this whole hustle, man, this whole hustle, boy, I try to tell you. Because I ain't know where I was going to rest my head. I was like, oh, no, this ain't. This ain't good. This ain't good, man. I was like, your boy I gotta go somewhere. I was sleeping in my truck one night. And what I started to do, I said, you know what? I might just go ahead and just sleep in this damn truck. But I have 2 trucks. So what I started to do, listening to Hardaway, here's what I was going to do, Hardaway. I'm not kidding. I thought about you because you've been saying come to Texas. So I looked into it. And this is what I was going to have to do in order to come to Texas, right? I had to have 2 storage units. That's $300 right there. Off the rip. Plus my insurance. That's $430 right there. Maybe a little more, right? Right? So I was like, okay. So I had to calculate it in my head. And I was like, okay, I could come down there, jump on Facebook, set up, and, buy a fridge, fix it, flip it, right? I could probably do that. It'd probably take me, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks to get one of those fridges off, get about $300. Then I have to do the whole thing over and over again. Plus, I have to get another storage unit, something I could work out of. How am I going to get my trucks down there? So I was thinking I had to tow my other truck with my truck. So I really actually thought about getting down there, because if I didn't tow my truck down there with the other one, that means I have to have that in storage. That storage would cost me another $170. You see what I mean? It was stacking real quick, and I was like, I can't do it. it was stacking really, really fast. And, I was like, oh, this is because I still got to come down there and create an income. Don't forget, I have an income, but I have to create more income in order to stabilize. So I'm just letting you know, I did think about it. I went through the whole thing. Yeah, I was H-Town bound, man. I was thinking about it. You going back to Texas after the winter? I tell you what, Hardaway. I mean, I'll come down and visit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I can come down there and grab an Airbnb, I'll come down there and visit for a couple days, and we can link up. And you know what I'm saying? You could show me whatever. You know what I'm saying? Show me where the decent spot is, and where, you know what I'm saying. I'll definitely do that. I ain't got no problem with that. Texas is where it's at. Well, my family lives in Texas. I got family there. This is the place to be. Texas high, and Texas high as hell, Tone. You was right to stay. Thanks, Marcus. I tried to tell him, man. Houston is still affordable. See, he's saying Houston is affordable. Bro, you ain't sleeping in the truck. Who ain't sleeping in the truck? You better bring your ass down here if it's post up like a mailbox. Food, drinks, and a couple of leave some money on the table, this dude. No, I did. I slept in the truck. Moms would have told you to get your ass out of the Hey, I would have done it too. I don't like to see my brother struggling. Nobody helping him, especially. I don't like to see it either, bro. But I tell you what. All these speakers are popping. It's too loud. But oh, you like that? Okay, cool. But yeah, so listen, the stuff that you guys say or suggest to me, I do look into it. I don't just be sitting up here like, nah. No, I actually look into it. But the numbers gotta be right for me because I don't have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And if I gotta put everything in storage, I know that payment's gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when my money hits, that payment isn't high. Next thing you know, I'm left with $200 in my pocket for the next month. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So that leaves me with, I gotta go out here and create, sell refrigerators, sell a stove, like the other day, so I have a contract, right? Real cool dude named George, right? And me and him been dealing for about maybe 2 years. We don't deal that often, but he manages an apartment complex. And George every now and then he'll say, hey, I got this, that, and the third. He'll send me a picture of it. Tell me what you want for it. George is really looking for about $50. Now, in between 50 and 70 bucks. Now he showed me a stove, and a lady had called me and said, hey, I need a stove, and I'm looking for one on the internet, blah, blah, blah. So when dude hit me with the stove, I was like, yeah, let me go get the stove. I got it. I showed her the stove, through, hit her with the text. She was like, nah, I don't want it. I'm looking at this other one for $400. I was like, you could have got this one for $200. She's like, nah, I'm good. I said, okay. Boom. I posted the stove the next day. I posted the stove the same day on Facebook. Somebody came and picked it up the next day. So this happens, well enough. But the biggest thing about it is George is flipping. He's flipping these to me out of an apartment complex, so I know that they work. If I land in any city, I'm taking a chance because I don't know if they work or not. And if they don't work, this means I got to figure out what's wrong with it, which means I got to spend more money on it. I got to find a way to plug it up, make sure it works, and then flip it. So you're looking at the constant cost. And listen, when it comes to appliances, whenever something's broken, you can just take $70 off of whatever you're about to sell it for. You can just start at $70. I don't care if it's a fuse, a plug. I don't care if it's what it is. Just take $70 and throw that, right in the trash. Just start there. Because listen, just for the little, when you turn your gas stove on and tick, 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 them little igniters, those are $40 each. So just take $70 and just chuck it out the window because it's going to cost you at least that to fix. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got to think when I'm ready to go somewhere. And then I got to make sure that city where I'm going to, I got to check the crime, see if they're ripping people off big time. I need to do that because you could walk into somebody's house, boom, put their appliance down. They can dip on you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Now you scrapping for your, for your $300-400 that, you might have sold. I'm just saying, you just got to be careful when you're doing what I do as far as an appliance guy. So, if you're doing, washing machines and stuff like that. Plus, okay, so I do deliveries for a guy, right? I do deliveries for a guy. He calls me up. Hey, bro, can you do a delivery? I go to the storage unit. I pick up whatever he wants me to deliver. He sends me the address, even though he's standing right in front of me. He texts me the address so I can hit the text and it can go right to Google. Boom. It can tell me how far it is. If it's under a half an hour, I charge him $50. If it's over a half an hour more, it's $60 and up, right? Now, some of you are probably going, that's not a lot of money. Why are you charging him $50 to deliver? Because when I get there, he has already informed the customer, if I want to take whatever it is into the house, it costs you another $40 to $50 for me to take it into the house. So I end up with $90 to $100 and sometimes more. See what I mean? Instead of charging him the whole thing, we charge the customer as soon as we get there. So a customer would be like, yeah, I want him to bring the refrigerator into the house. Boom, that's another $40 to me. You see what I mean? That the seller doesn't have to pay. He just pays me the $50. The buyer pays me the other $40 to $50. So that's how I grind that out. You know what I mean? It's just a lot that goes to it. Bro didn't even know that you were going to through the what? Fire release. Say where you come to Memphis, you post up like. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll visit. Yeah, I'll visit, see what's going on. But what I'm saying is, as far as my business is concerned, these are some of the things that hold me back and say, I need to investigate first. And once I investigate a city, or I come visit, that's what I'm telling you guys, I'll come visit. Like if I can come down there and visit, and then post up, like you saying, post up like a mailbox. I mean, it's like you're a damn drug dealer or something. You gotta post up, you gotta look at the corner, you gotta look at the city itself, you gotta look at the storage prices, how much is the storage unit going for? Do you need a 10 by 10? What if you need a 10 by 20? How much is it going for? You know what I'm saying? Are you moving appliances down there with you? So let's just say I'm not bringing any appliances. I'm just coming, just boom. I'm just come down there. I'm coming down to Texas or wherever you guys are at. Boom. I'm just gonna come down there, land. Boom. I'm looking at storage space. Okay, how much is it for a 10 by 20? Because a 10 by 10 probably ain't gonna get it for me. How much is it for a 10 by 20? So if you're looking at $100, $120 for a 10 by 20, okay, but know that this is coming right out of my account on the third or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So boom, it's a 10 by 20. How do I pay the rent of the 10 by 20 before it gets here? So it's not a strain on my regular income that comes in every month. So boom, I gotta grab one of the fastest selling things is a white refrigerator. So what I do is I go on Facebook, I look for a white refrigerator. Now, if I find a white refrigerator that they say it works, it's clean, it's got all its handles, and it has all the drawers, and they just want to get rid of it for $60, and it's a nice Whirlpool or something like that, it still looks good, I'm probably going to buy that refrigerator. I'm going to show up, boom, back up the truck, load it up, give them the $60, get on out of there. I'm going to have a generator with me. I got to have that. So as soon as, I get there, I'm going to fire up the Jenny. I'm going to look at it. Boom. I'm going to spray it down, clean it, all that good stuff. Boom. Then I'm going to post it. While it's still on, the light's on, I'm going to post it. Boom. I'm going to post it for what? $260. That's going to be my test. Can I flip this for $260? I'm already going to be looking at the market. I'm going to be looking on Facebook Market. Okay, they're selling white refrigerators for how much? You know what I'm saying? So I'm already going to know what's the high, what's the low, and what's the median. I'm going to sneak right in there where the median is, like a little below the median, so I could sell it faster, so I can get a hold of $260 faster. As soon as I get a hold of $260, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to find another fridge, another fast-selling fridge, something I know that's going to go quick. I'm going to put it right below the median, and boom, I'm going to do the same thing, and it's going to sell sometime within a day, sometime within a week. Boom, it's going to sell. Stay below the median, boom, it's going to sell. Next thing you know, I got, $500, boom, and that's just how you do it. Especially if you're starting off, that's what you got to do. But if you're in it, and you already got a nice little establishment going, now you can start getting the free refrigerators that you got to fix. But like I said, you're going to pop $70 at least into it. But now, you got a couple G's in your pocket. Now you can go ahead and start fixing on them and then advertise that you fix them and then maybe do some house calls, because I do house calls too. Drop some family names. Yeah, I do house calls too. So when people say, oh, this is what you do, and I'm like, yeah, I come to your house. You pay me my $75, and I tell you what's wrong with your refrigerator. So I'm just trying to tell you guys, on my side, kind of what I do and what makes me think, can I do this, and where can I do it, and all the stuff I have to look at before I actually do it. Got no bass to it. Yeah, so that's I just want to explain some of the business to you guys. You still lifting hard away? I'm gonna kill that damn fly. So I'm gonna kill that damn fly. Yeah, just out here trying to get money. I'm going Facebook marketing right now and look for Go on Facebook marketing right now. And look for a refrigerator, right? So boom, refrigerators. So here goes one for $135. I wouldn't buy that one. But see, here goes one right here for $75. I'm looking at it. It's too old. It's not going. I can't. It's too old and too dirty. I can't sell that for $230. Here's another one for $75. I can't sell that one for $230. Here's another one for $100. It's too old. I can't sell that for $230. Here's one for $350. It's already at the market price. Here's one for $75. Works just fine. It's got a dent at the top of it. I might be able to get $125 out of that one. Like I said, it's not that easy. Here's one for $135. It's already at the market price. Now, this is interesting. Here's a big boy here. Here's a big old Whirlpool. Works great. Has a small scuff in the front. They want $150 for this, and it works great. And it's a Whirlpool. Now it has more than a scuff in the front. It has a dent also in it. I can't sell it. Cosmetically, I cannot sell it. I'll be right back, you guys. Hold on. And it's just, so I'm saying it's hard. The flip game is not that easy. The flip game, you guys. The flip game ain't that easy. What that was. Okay. I wish. Wouldn't spend none of my money. Shoot, bro. Let me get on that program. 3-6 Mafia. Oh, 3-6. That's what I'm just saying. I gotta look for the proper atmosphere. So I grab about, you know what I'm saying? If I can get a quick $400. $400, man, to your pocket, always good. Me gone SAP. So this one here, about a year, 8 months. Oh, it won't freeze. See, this one's broken. It won't freeze. Keeps things cold as seeing a picture of steel. See, I can't do it. I mean, if I was gonna make that trip, yeah, I can't do it with that one. Yeah, I can't do it with that. Laid back? Bro, I ain't been laid back in a long time. I believe I'd be getting money because I wouldn't be sleeping. Yeah, bro, that's all I think about. Trying to get my ducats up. Feel me? That's heavily on my mind. Even though I need like a couple days off, man, I'm like, I work 7 days, man, at my own business. I work 7 days a week. Seven days, bro. Last time, told a lie, crossed my heart. Yeah. But never seemed to be that you would walk away. I tried to say goodbye to fall and leave me on the skies and stars that knew my name. Said I was to blame. I don't know, I was singing on that song. Trying to write some on those power speakers. Yeah. Yeah, these are 4-inch woofers, 1-inch tweeter. Yeah. I was just looking for I mean, I know how I had them going through a whatchamacallem. But I was wondering if I could plug direct into my that's what I was looking for. Left, right. I think I can. I think I can plug them directly in. I was just wondering about that. I have 2 of them. I got these for, yeah, there's the other outlet. I got these for 99 bucks a couple years ago. I got them at the yeah, I got them at Sam Ash. Yeah, I got them at Sam Ash. I don't know if y'all got a Sam Ash down there, but old Sam Ash. Yeah, I got them for 99. They had a nice little sale popping. Grabbed that. I think I also grabbed the microphone, but I got rid of it last night. You paid $400 for some speakers? I'd like to hear those. I was listening to T-Pain, and T-Pain had rented some speakers for $500 a day just so A$AP Rocky can come through. And because A$AP likes his music like real loud, and he never came through. That's messed up. A$AP Rocky curved T-Pain. A damn good mic. Man, I'm still rocking with this old 8 ball I got. I got that old 8-ball still doing things. Yeah, bro, you doing big things over there. But then again, you're way more professional than I am. Way more. You're way more advanced than I am. So, yeah, it don't surprise me. Condenser mic, yeah. It don't surprise me that your stuff costs way more than mine does. Because you've been in the game. Well, I think we've been in the game as long, but you hit your plateau, and I'm just kind of just messing around. Yeah. Last night, I told a lie, crossed my heart and all the lie. Yeah. Well, I can't do. Oh, come on, man. That's not true. That's not true, bro. You've been rocking without me, man. You've been rocking without me, bro. You just like my beats. What'd you do with that song, man? You need a new phone, too, bro. You spent all that money on equipment. You need a new phone, bro. You need a new phone, bro. You need a new phone, man. You need to update or something. What'd you do with that beat that we made, bro? Yeah, I wanna know what you did. I'll come back to this. This is the next chapter. Okay. I still want to know what you did with that beat. I feel you, bro. I feel you. The next chapter. I feel you. I'm just playing beats right now. I'm just trying to listen to some old stuff. Just trying to listen to some old beats, man. Trying to Trey Bay. For those of you who don't know who Trey Bay is, you can look him up. He has music on YouTube. He has music on every platform. You know what I'm saying? He is an established artist. So if you guys are interested on interested I don't know who he is, just look him up in his group. He's an established artist. Trade it. That's an old style right there. That's some old style, man. I don't know what I was thinking about with that. Didn't know you. Man, $2,500 for a condenser mic? Bros. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. man, if it makes the music sound great, I'm with it. I pay it. 100, I pay it. You can tell I wasn't done with this. I like it a little bit. Bro, that's madness, bro. I like that right there. I like that a little bit. That's madness, bro. Damn, used. How much is it? How much is it new? Damn, bro, you make me feel bad about my little cheapo stuff. Somewhere in here is my I think it's this right here. See if I can get this plugged in. Get the Philly vibe. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Can't believe this is not it. One, hit one. 1, 2. Break one. 1, hit one. Damn, that's not it. 1, hit. Damn, that's not it. Shred it. Come to Memphis. Memphis. Been to Memphis. Been to Memphis, bro. I ain't been back since my daddy died. That was the only reason why I was coming down there. Because of him. But, yeah. Pop Diggy got on up out of here. Pop Smurf. Oh, well, I am honored. Now I need to get my equipment game tight. Woo, now I got to tighten up all my equipment. Man, I got out of there so fast. I don't know what I did with my stuff. I blazed out of that spot, man. It was gone. Trey trying to get me hooked up with one of them country girls. One of them southern girls. Clang-a-lang, clang, clang-a-lang, clang. Yeah. I do it. I come down there and give me a southern girl. Southern girl. See what's up with it. Duck if you buck. Why duck if you buck? They like to fight down there, don't they? Them southern girls like to fight you. Duck if you buck. Jay trying to get me in a fight with them girls. I ain't trying to fight no girls, Trey. Hey, wow. I ain't trying to scrap with the honeys. I ain't trying to fight the women. You're too wild for me. Southern girl. Oh, yeah? Well, you know, I'm going to tell you something, Trey. There is such a lack of men, even though most men are single, but there's such a depleted resource of males in this world, in the entire world, that the men, look, you see that story about old boy from Atlanta, the random man in Atlanta who had 7 baby mamas and all the babies were pretty much brand new. Did you see that dude? That was an average okie doke dude, average every day. He ain't have no job. He ain't had no car. And all of those women had his kids. And every single one of those women was fine. All of them were fine. But they all had his children. And they just, and I'm sure he's going to have more children because they all know this guy will give you a kid. Like, bro, it is crazy out here now. It is crazy as heck. Yeah, look at that random man in Atlanta. That dude having all them babies, which I do not recommend. I don't recommend you go and do that, but still, it's like, dang, all those women were fine. They all have his baby now. Damn, bro. I can't believe this doesn't work. Clang-a-lang, clang. I ain't trying to have no babies, but I'm like, if this dude can get a fine woman, then we should all be good. Well, you're not for that. Yeah. Tied up with those herpes went up the what? What are you talking about? One, two. Break it down. 1, 2. One, two. I got the mic in my hand. I got the mic in my hand. Trying to be the greatest. I got the mic in my hand. Trying to be the greatest. Fort Greene. Me and my whole team got New York. I got the mic in my hand. Coming out of Fort Greene. I got the mic in my hand. Fort Greene. I got the mic in my hand. Trying to be the greatest. I got the mic in my hand. Trying to be the greatest. Trying to be the greatest. I got the mic in my hand. Trying to be the greatest. Damn, where's this at? I don't even know this plug is on, man. Trying to be the greatest. I don't know where this plug is at, bro. Yeah, man. I'll finish that beat for you, big homie, and send it to you. Well, I'll send you part of it, and you let me know if you want it. Then, you know the deal. You get that going on, so you can. Yeah, I want to hear what you did with that other song, man. I want to hear the finished product. Trey Bay Music. See what I gotta sit up here and contend with. Gotta get this together so I can get you together. You know what I mean? I don't even know what my damn plugs are. Oh, that's not it. Gotta get my act together. So we can get this money. So we can get money. So we can make a couple G's. I need to buy new equipment, man. Trying to be the greatest. Yeah, I need to have. I need to have new equipment, bro. I got the mic in my hand. trying. Trying to be the ultimate base in the place and the ultimate the base in the place and the ultimate turn my little speakers up in there. Once upon a time, I met a dime from Memphis. She was on some crime, you can find the basis. How about I can't rap? Down with the hair extensions. Once upon a time, I met a dime from Memphis. She was kind of fine with the hair extensions. I was Man, I don't know where the hell this thing is. I'm trying to get to know me. Shit, never hanging with the homies. I don't know where it's at. One more time. I can't believe it's not recorded. Why would this not be? Why would it not be? Trying to make it work, you know. It won't work, hey. With the hair extensions. Camelot. She sounded we could turn it into Camelot. I'll get this hooked up. just got to get my connectors. Started talking to comparables, but she didn't want to hear it though. Can't believe in miracles. What up? We just over here jamming. Somebody saying something? What up? D-Dubes! Breaking news. Richard Roundtree dies at 81. The actor, right? Yeah, the Shaft. Richard Roundtree. Yeah. He lived a good one. He lived a good one, didn't he? 81? That's good. Susan Summers died too, didn't she? Susan Summers died a couple weeks ago. Right? Oh, I need my other. Yeah, Susan Summers died, right? Yeah, breast cancer. So there's only what? There's only one more person left. Joyce DeWitt. She's what? 74, 70, right? Beautiful Joyce DeWitt. She's the only one left. I used to like that show, Three's Company, or whatever that was. Jack Tripper was funny as heck. Mr. Roper. Damn, Mr. Roper died. He died at 74. It just seems like that's the age to go out, man. Like 70. My dad died at 77. Yeah, they say the average is what, 75? Like, damn. Why they gotta be right about that? Henry Fox was saying the same thing. He's like, you got 75 birthdays. That's it. Little go-go. Yeah, little go-go. Get your little go-go, bro. You weren't ready. You weren't ready for that go-go, was you? My bad. I ain't mean to hit you with the go-go, bro. I ain't mean to hit you with the go-go, broski. I didn't do it to you, big homie. My bad. My bad, homie. Yo, go-go, my bad. Yo, go-go. All right. Yo, go-go music. like Go-Go hitting on something. Okay. These are for, this is for my outside speakers, right? Right, left, outside. Let's see what else I got in here. I ain't heard this stuff in a long time. Okay, I got that. I got that. Damn, I forgot how to do this, bro. I'm slipping.